Kathy Turkanian was born into a world that was not always kind to young girls with big dreams. Raised in a small town, she grew up in a time when expectations for women were clear. Follow the rules, don't ask too many questions, and above all, don't make mistakes. But Kathy always felt a little different. She was curious, thoughtful, and full of hope. She dreamed of a future filled with opportunity, but life had other plans. At just 16 years old, Kathy found herself facing a reality that so many young women of her time feared: pregnant and alone. In an era where unwed motherhood was still a stigma, Kathy was faced with a devastating choice: keep her child and risk a life of struggle and judgment, or give her baby a chance at a better future through adoption. She named her daughter Alexis Miranda Badger, holding her close for what little time she had. But soon, the moment she had been dreading arrived. And just like that, Alexis was gone. Kathy believed she had done what was best, that her daughter would grow up safe, happy, and loved. She never imagined that decades later, she would receive a letter that would change everything. A letter that told her Alexis, now Audrina Bowman, had been missing for over 20 years. Alexis Miranda Badger was adopted by Dennis and Brenda Bowman, a couple living in Michigan. They renamed her Audrina Bowman. On the surface, she seemed to have a normal childhood. But behind closed doors, a different story unfolded. As Audrina grew older, she confided in friends and school officials about abuse within her adoptive home. She accused Dennis Bowman, the man she called her father, of SA. But her cries for help went unanswered. Her adoptive mother, Brenda, refused to believe her. She labeled Audrina a liar, a rebellious teenager making up stories. Then, one day in March 1989, at just 14 years old, Audrina vanished. Dennis Bowman told police that Audrina had run away, stealing money and belongings before disappearing. Authorities believed him. Her case faded into the background. Another missing teenager in a world that moved on. But her mother never forgot. More than 2 decades later, Kathy received a shocking letter from social services. Her daughter, whom she had thought was safe, had been missing for over 20 years. She discovered that Dennis Bowman had a criminal past. In 1980, he had been convicted of attempted SA. In 1998, he was caught breaking into a woman's home to steal lingerie. But despite these crimes, no one had suspected him in Audrina's disappearance until 2019. In November 2019, Bowman was arrested for the 1980 murder of Kathleen Doyle, a young woman killed in Virginia. With new scrutiny on him, police reopened Audrina's case. Then, in early 2020, after more than 30 years of silence, Dennis Bowman confessed. He admitted to unaliving Audrina in 1989. During an argument, he struck her, causing fatal injuries. To cover his crime, he dismembered her body and buried her in his backyard. On February 4th, 2020, Audrina's remains were found, finally putting an end to the decades of questions. Dennis Bowman was sentenced to life in prison for the murder of Kathleen Doyle, and an additional 35 to 50 years for Audrina's murder. Kathy continues to fight to restore her daughter's identity. She wants Audrina to be remembered as Alexis, the name she gave her at birth, the name of the child she never stopped loving. Today, Kathy works to raise awareness for missing and abused children, ensuring that no other parent suffers the same fate. Audrina's story is not just about loss. It is about the power of a mother's love and her relentless pursuit of justice.
Thank you for watching. If you enjoy our content, please support the channel by liking, subscribing, and sharing with your friends. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you never miss a new horror story. Your support helps us create more spine-chilling content.